In this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to create a forum. So basically, we will see how to use some of the available plugins to turn our web page into a forum. Now, within the forum, you'll have some sort of a community, and you will have some registered users who can actually come and write different forums and actually put some comments and replies on your actual forum. Okay, so to do that, we'll need to have a plugin. So let's go to plugins and let's actually click on add new. Now I actually went ahead and I installed the plugin that we're going to use, and that plugin is actually located right at the first page. When you actually open add new plugins, under the feature you'll find down the bottom something that's called a BBPress. Although there's many different plugins that you can download and use, I personally like BBPress because first, it's open source, just like WordPress, and secondly because there's a lot of other plugins that you can use together with the BBPress to actually enable some of the options of your online forum. Now with many other plugins, you will actually download the whole package and you will actually have to use all the plugins and pretty much all of the settings and the widgets that actually came with that particular package. With the BBPress, what you do by installing this particular plugin, you're just actually installing a plugin that will actually enable you to have your online community or a forum. After that, you can actually choose which one of the available plugins you would like to add to your forum. So for example, you can add a Facebook like button there for a particular forum. If you do not want to use this, of course you can just not download this particular plugin and it will not be displayed there. Okay, so what I've done is, like I've said, I already installed this particular plugin, and once you have actually installed it and activated, you will actually find three more menus here, three more options. So there's the forums, topics, and there is the replies. Alright, we have been through the blogs and we have been through the categories and comments in the previous video tutorials. So think of the forums as your categories and think of your posts as your topics. So basically you're going to be creating many different posts, many different blogs, and you're going to put them into a different categories or different forums. So once again, we're creating forums and we're creating topics. So basically we're creating categories and we're creating blogs, and we're going to have a commenting system here which is called replies. Alright, all of this is actually exactly the same as the categories, blogs, and commenting, and the only difference is that this will actually give you a lot more options than just simple blogs. Okay, so what I would like to do is I'm going to create a couple of forums, and to do that I'll actually go and hit on new forum. Setting up a new forum is quite easy, and what I would like to do is I'm actually going to stick to what I had before, so different continents and different systems, different continents and different countries. So for example, I will create a new category or a new forum here which is going to be called Europe, and this forum will actually hold all the topics that have anything to do with Europe. Okay, so I'll give it a title, I'll leave everything here as blank, and I'll move to the right hand side where the forum attributes are. So basically here I can select the type. By default it's forum. You can select it to a category, I'll leave it as forum. The status, it can be open or closed, and the visibility you can have public, private, or hidden. Now I'm creating a parent directory or a parent category or a parent forum, and therefore I will not select anything here, and I can preview it, but since that's got nothing there, I'll actually go ahead and I'll just hit on publish. Alright, I'll do exactly the same and create maybe two more different forums. I'll hit on a new forum. I'll give this one a title USA. I'll publish it, and lastly I'll create a new forum called Asia maybe, and I'll hit on publish. Alright, so let's recap. We have created three different categories or three different forums, and if we go and view all of the forums, we'll find a list and we'll see that there are actually three different forums in that list. Alright, there's Asia, Europe, and USA. Topics, we have 0. Replies, we have 0. We have who has actually created this particular forum, so that's been created by WordPress, the time, and the freshness. Alright, so let's now create some topics and let's actually put those topics into our forums. Alright, so we'll go to topics and we'll add a new topic. Adding a new topic is exactly the same. So first of all, we'll create some sort of a title. The title will be entered here. We will enter our text, and we can add some media here as well in the field just down below. So this one here in the editor. But before I do that, what I'd like to do is actually discuss a bit more and explain a bit more about the attributes here. So basically, like I said, we can have it the type here. It's different to actually forum. Remember, in the forum we had two different types. We had forum and we had categories. In the actual type of a topic, we can either have it as normal, sticky, or super sticky. Now I'm sure you have actually seen this before. When you visit a forum, right at the top you'll find a sticky topic. So this is usually to give some sort of indication or to actually inform the users about some particular rules for that particular forum, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to use super sticky, but we're going to use a sticky topic. So the type, I'll set it to sticky. The status, I'll actually put it as closed, and the forum, I'll put it into Europe. And what I would like to do here is actually set the title to, for example, rules about this particular form. So I'm going to put Europe forum rules, and I'll give some text here, and actually I'll just write this forum is going to host all the topics regarding Europe, or something like that. Okay, so here's my text. This forum is regarding topics on Europe. Okay, I'll actually hit on publish, and I'll actually create two more. So for each different category, for each different forum, I'll hit on a new topic, and I'll write here US forum rules. This forum is for the topics regarding US. Type, I set it as sticky. Status, I put it as closed, and I'll choose US here and I'll publish it. Now for the status closed, what this means is that nobody except for the admin can actually comment or leave a post or a reply to this particular topic. It's right there. Its purpose is just to give some information, and we do not want any sort of a discussion regarding this particular forum, this particular topic. So its nature is just to inform the users of the rules, regulations, or whatever it is that you would like to get across to your users for this particular forum. And lastly, I'll do exactly the same. I will create a new topic, and I'm going to create Asia forum rules. Alright, and the text, I'll pretty much enter something like I had before. So this forum is to hold all the topics related to Asia. Okay, so this forum is on all topics regarding Asia. Type, I make it sticky. Status closed. Parent Asia. Publish. Alright, let's quickly recap what we have done. We have created three different forums. We have created Asia, US, and Europe. Inside each one of these forums, we have actually created one topic. I made purposely this topic closed, and I made it sticky so that it actually appears right at the top. So this is going to be the first topic within each forum, regardless of how many topics you have in each of these forums. So for example, you can have 1,000 topics. The very first topic is always going to be this particular topic. Okay, now I have spoken about many different plugins when it comes to BBPress, and what I like to do now is show you and introduce you to a new page, a new web page. Now this is actually called the bbpress.org. So if you type bbpress.org into your web browser, you'll be brought to this page. This is actually the page that actually displays this particular plugin a little bit more. So you'll find the About button here right at the top. Alright, here you'll find some actual information about this particular plugin, but one of the more important things is definitely the plugins, and here you'll find, I think, 196 different plugins. So once again, this all depends what kind of requirements you have for your particular forum, and basically you would add particular plugins that will actually be installed into your forums. So basically just, you know, from some stats about how many people are visiting your forum to how many people are maybe logged into your forum at that particular time, to maybe something, you know, like totally completely different. So for example, like I've said, you can use different plugins here to actually enable the like button from the Facebook, and there's tons and tons, 196 different plugins that you can come here and use. There's a plugin here that will actually allow your users not to only submit their text, they can actually submit some attachments as well. And you know, it pretty much depends what kind of forum you're running and what kind of plugins you would actually need. Basically all of the plugins available with any sort of a package that I like to call it, or a platform for actually forum, you can find here, and you'll find some information how to go about installing it, how to go about setting it up, and everything else. So this is something that you have to choose for yourself, and basically this will depend on the actual forum that you want to build. So here I think there's about 20 pages. That's right, there's 20 pages of many different plugins. Come in here and see what exactly you would need. Also, you can find some themes here as well. Those themes are for the BBPress. Okay, you can read about it here, and you can find a few there. Now there's the documentation section, which is also very important. Here you'll find all the documents on getting started, about how to develop a theme, a plugin, and how to actually be part of this whole community. You'll find some very useful information here, how to get everything working, how to actually go about styling the BBPress, how to change the layout and functionality, how to add some actions, and how to actually use the filters. Of course, you'll find here a lot of other very useful information, and some of the information that I'm going to use here in this particular video is actually called the short codes, and I'll come to that in just a moment. Also, you can read about the widgets, you can read about the theme compatibility, the frequently asked questions, and whatnot. Let's go and have a look at the blog. In the blog section, you'll actually find blogs about BBPress. For example, for this particular version, there's some security and bug fixes, and here you'll find and read all about that. There's also the support button here as well, which will, as the name suggests, give you some sort of a support regarding the forums. Now this forum, as it is, has actually been built with the BBPress. There's a bit of customization done here. So for example, they actually set up their links to be green, which is the color of this header at the top, and basically you can see that, for example, this particular topic has been started by this particular person in a forum that's called troubleshooting, and there's actually 2 voices. It's been replied to 6 times, and the last time it was actually refreshed, so last time that something has been done to it has been actually 53 minutes ago, and this particular person has actually done that. Okay, so this is something that you can set up your forum to look like, and you can actually go and download this particular plugin from here as well. Okay, what I like to do now is go back to the documentation, and I'll scroll down to something that's called short codes. Okay, so basically you'll find the shortcodes here and some explanation. So basically what we are looking here for is some sort of a shortcode that we can use to achieve what we are trying to achieve. What I would like to do now is, you know, when you actually enter a web page, a forum, first of all, on the first page you'll see some sort of a list of all the available forums and topics, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to scroll down and search for this particular shortcode. It's actually this one here, displayed right at the top. So I'll highlight it and I'll copy it, and you can actually find some information about this particular code here. So this will display your entire forum index, and you can have a look at it. I think there's about 20 something or even more, 30 something shortcodes which you can use here to actually, you know, adjust the look and feel and the whole functionality of your online forum. Okay, so I've got the code that I'm after. So that's this bit here. I'll go back to my dashboard, and what I like to do now is I'll go to pages and I'm going to create a new page. Okay, when this opens up, I'll give this page a name, maybe forum. And on this particular page, I just want to display the list of all my forums, and I'm going to paste the code that I have just copied from the shortcodes located here. Okay, so let's go now and preview my page. Okay, so I've created a page that's called forum, and I have actually inserted my shortcode, and it's actually displaying my list of all of my actual forums here. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll go back to the dashboard and I'm going to hit on publish. Now, one more thing I have to do is to go to the appearance section, and I'll go to customize. Also take a note that I'm actually using a different theme, as you have probably just realized. I like it to be a bit more cleaner, and basically you have a lot of social icons here, and since this is to do with a forum, basically you would like to have all of your social icons there, like a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and whatnot, and this particular theme actually enables all of that, and I think it's displayed in a nice and clean way, and that's why I've actually chosen to use this particular theme. Alright, so I'll go back, I'll go to the appearances, and I'm going to hit on customize. In the customize section, just the last option there, the last option is actually static front page, and yes, I'm going to have a static front page, and I'm actually going to have my forum displayed there. Now hit on save and publish. Now it's been saved and it's been published, and now when I actually enter the URL of my site and I hit on enter, I will land on my landing page, which is actually my forum page, and where the list of all of my forums is actually displayed there. Okay, let's go back to customize, and we'll go into widgets. Let's go into sidebar, and basically you have seen that I have 3 sidebars there. Now those will come pre-installed with the BBPress plugin. So there's a couple of widgets that will come pre-installed, so once you have actually installed the plugin called BBPress, those will come with that particular plugin. So for example, BBPress forum search, forum list, the login widget, recent replies, recent topics, the stats, the views, and then you will have the other plugins. So basically you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 widgets when you install the BBPress forum. Those will come pre-installed within that package. You can use them if you want, or you can just delete them altogether. Okay, so I'll actually get out of there, and of course, you know, the top menu here, so the actual menu here you can change and add what you would like to be displayed there by actually going to the appearance section and choosing menus. Okay, so basically we have just seen how to use BBPress plugin, which is very easy and very straightforward to actually install a forum onto our web page.